Tonight is the dreaded night when everyone's out in a mad holiday dash, and the worst may be yet to come. But the busiest travel days don't have to ruin your holiday cheer. We sent reporters in various states of misery to various states around the country to test drive the best ways to game the system this season. Here's ABC's David Wright.
We have a winter storm warning in effect.
We get all this moisture down to our south.
It is going to get worse here.
The busiest travel season in 7 years got off to a menacing start today.
Winter storm is barreling up the East Coast, and it's already impacting the airlines.
Newark is actually experiencing the most problems. Delays of 3 hours and 15 minutes. They've canceled 60 flights.
On the eve of Thanksgiving, a huge storm looming over the eastern seaboard. With Black Friday just around the corner, you might call this White Wednesday. Snow, sleet, and frigid rain threatening to make this a cold day in hell for an estimated 46 million travelers expected to make that suddenly treacherous journey home. So just how bad was it? Aside from massive delays and cancellations and lots of traffic jams, it could have been worse. In fact, it might be worse on Sunday. That's actually the busiest travel day of the year. Today was just the appetizer. A perfect excuse to create our very own Nightline holiday travel survival guide.
Dear God, please let this car start.
Enlisting our own staff as guinea pigs.
I arrived in LAX.
And field testers.
How does this work? Do you cruise around till you find something, or?
I spent the day with a tow truck driver in New Jersey, rescuing stranded travelers in the midst of this Thanksgiving nor'easter.
So this storm basically couldn't have happened on a worse day. It's disrupting traffic all the way from Baltimore up to Boston. And this year, a lot more people are using their cars because the gas prices are so low.
Our mission, to take stock of the misery, impart road-tested wisdom on how to manage the madness in the busy weeks ahead.
What's the flight situation?
Simple. There's no way on earth we're going to get out of here tonight.
Our very own homage to that holiday travel classic, planes, trains, and automobiles.
You're going the wrong way!
Not after a good start. Hey, Luke, do you want to wear your jacket?
Our story begins with a busy mother of two, Nightline producer Claire Peterson, scrambling to get out ahead of the weather.
Be in the car for many hours. Luke, press L.
Travel tip number 1, get started early.
Run! Run!
Nearly 90% of Americans are driving this year. That's up 4% from last year. Claire's one of them.
Bye, Nightline.
Well, it's been a great year for the travel industry in general. On road trips, you have very affordable gas these days, and so you have more people driving to their destinations as well.
With the price at the pump averaging about $2.80 a gallon, driving's cheap.
If you could just open the gas for me?
But you have to remember to fill up. In New Jersey, this woman forgot.
Well, at least you'll be able to get home now. Yeah, you don't want to run out of gas in the snow.
Tow truck driver Bill to the rescue, which leads us to travel tip number 2. Be prepared, just like the Boy Scouts say. If you're on the road, fill up, check the spare tire, and be sure to pack a roadside emergency kit. And if you're flying, being prepared just got a little easier thanks to technology.
Download the app for your carrier, and they'll be pushing you great information throughout the day about your flight and about weather operations.
Nightline producer Mike Capetta downloaded this app before flying the friendly skies and was able to track his flight even before he'd arrived at the airport.
So right now it's 12:15, 3 hours before our scheduled departure, and I just got a text message from United that our flight's delayed and won't take off until at least 7 p.m. because of the weather.
Across the country, in sunny Southern California, ABC's Nick Watt may need 3 hours to get to the airport. Obviously, the weather's not the problem here. Traffic is.
Welcome to the infamous 405 freeway. Normally takes me 25 minutes to get to LAX from my house. Been on the road 35 minutes already, and I have another 6 or 7 miles of this to go.
Driving to LAX, you're likely to encounter the worst traffic in the country today, according to one new study.
Turn the radio off. Can't take it anymore.
Back in Newark, producer Mike Capetta continues to luck out. Having arrived 3 hours early, he doesn't even have to kill time at the bar.
The United customer service agent was able to book me on an earlier flight to Cleveland, Ohio.
In LA, Nick Watt is giving up hope.
Why do people even try and leave LA on Thanksgiving? It's going to be 85 degrees tomorrow. Stay home.
Which leads us to our next holiday travel tip. Be nice. All those people trying to get you where you're going are having to work today in the airport terminals and the air traffic control towers and on the baggage belts. A blizzard of bags today.
Saturday and Sunday, when everybody's flying home, we'll see upwards of 90 to 100,000 bags. It's one of our Super Bowl days, but we're prepared to handle it.
Speaking of which, do the baggage handlers and yourselves a favor. Don't check luggage, ever. Pack light. It's a holiday weekend, remember? And if you're willing to cough up a few extra bucks, the airlines will probably give you royal treatment however badly you're dressed.
Anywhere from $9 to $50, depending on the carrier. You can jump the line and be one of the first people on board. And the great news about that, other than peace of mind, is it gives you a place to store your bag in the overhead bin.
One of the few things you can control on a day when so much is beyond your control.
Well, that does not look like a happy place to be. Look at him right here.
What does tow truck driver Bill Salkoff recommend?
Just drive slow and pay attention, and the mirrors aren't just to do your makeup in.
I'm supposed to be on my way to Newport right now.
The Lynch sisters probably could have used his advice.
I was going so slow, and I was turning the corner, and I just slowly slid diagonally.
No problem for Bill and his able apprentice.
No matter where you hook it?
Tow cables attached.
What could possibly go wrong?
It's my job to steer the Honda so that it won't slide back into that tree. And success. No more tree hugging for this car.
All you have is one little dent back there, but that's not too bad.
That's something to be thankful for.
Final tip, count your blessings. No matter how tough your holiday slog is, it's not exactly Siberia. Plane there got stuck in the snow, and check out the solution. The passengers pushed it. Presumably, they didn't charge for the Stoli on that flight. I'm David Wright for Nightline.